Hello, folks. I am back, and this time I'm here to talk about my new acquisition. This is going to be an early birthday gift to myself for my 58th birthday, and it is going to be the Springfield Armory 1911 Vickers Tactical Master Class. Now, that is a mouthful. The first time I heard about this firearm was about last year when I met Larry Vickers at my job, which is at Classic Pistol in Southampton, PA. He runs several classes out of there. And what he told me was this was a firearm that was with a group of companies, one of which is his own Vickers Tactical, Wilson Combat, Springfield Armory, and Lipsy's. And they all got together to create this firearm as well as to put it in a certain price point. And let me just show clear first, real quickly. And here we go. It is clear and it's clear here. And I'm going to get this set up real quickly. I'm going to go through some stats with you, and it's going to be a 45 ACP caliber. The slide here is going to be a forged carbon steel. The recoil system is your traditional GI styled recoil system. It's not going to be a full length guide rod system. The weight is pretty hefty, and it's going to be at 41.5 ounces. So it is pretty hefty. The grips are going to be a G10 grip. As you see, Larry Vickers' logo is right on this grip here. And what's interesting about these grips is this is the one of the things that people complain about are the hex screws on the grips. This is a traditional screwdriver type of uh, screw system that goes in here. Got tongue tied. So this is what that is. So a lot of people complain about the hex screw ones because they tend to be getting stripped or whatnot. So with something that's ready available, that's more available, would be your traditional screw set. Also, let me go with the length. The overall length here is going to be 8.6 inches. The barrel is going to be, and let me see, the barrel is going to be what they call their custom 5-inch barrel. It is forged stainless steel here. One of the neat things that I've noticed with Springfield Armory and some other companies as of late, I don't know, I'm going to try to zoom this in real good here. If you notice right here, there's like a little divot right here that goes around the circumference of the barrel. That is to help with lockup with the bushing as when the slide is going back and forth during recoil. So this is a really good feature on here. One of the other things is going to be this barrel is also a match grade barrel. Uh, it is a 1 in 16th twist. If I can get this focused again, it's not going to act right for me, but it's a 1 in 16th twist. It comes with two 8-round magazines. Now, uh, first thing you're going to notice when you look at this firearm is the way that the magazine sits out. Now, it did look a little weird to me at first, but there is an actual reason for this magazine to sit out. It's an 8-round magazine, but the bottom portion here it sticks out because the way this the spring system inside here. So a lot of magazines traditionally with 1911s where there are a lot of issues with 1911 magazines because of the way it feeds the rounds up to be chambered. And this is supposed to alleviate that problem to make it a little bit more reliable. As you see here, this has its specialized Wilson Combat logo on here. And also, if you notice, there's no witness holes right here. So that is to prevent any debris to go inside this particular magazine. One of the other things is the height is going to be 5.5 inches. And the it's really good for a full-size grip. And if you look on this grip right here, it has there are different type of serrations on the back here. A lot of the 1911s have usually the 20 line or 35 line per inch checkering, but you see on the front strap here and on the back strap here, it's a very good type of grip. You get a very good purchase, and it seems like as you grip this, it goes right into these grips here, which are VZ grips. And like I said, it has Larry Vickers logo on there, so you have that grip right around in here that matches up when you have your fingers that go around to the grip itself. So it aids in holding on to the firearm. Right now, this firearm, I only held this. I have not shot it yet, so I will be giving you a shooting impressions later. Uh, Now, also, if you look at the front sight here, the front sight here is going to be a trinium luminescent sight. So this would be good for nighttime shooting as well as daytime shooting for this particular front sight. And it's really bright. So when you put this up to eye level, you can see that sight straight out. And what makes this really good is this rear U-notch sight. They call this the Vickers Elite Battle U-notch rear sight. And if you notice how far this rear sight is, it's at its furthest point. So you will be able to have the longest sight radius possible. So when you're using this sight and you're looking down this site here, you'll be able to pick that up with the U-notch. Now I'm trying to focus in, that's why I'm getting a little distracted. So as you see, it's serrated in the back, and this is supposed to prevent glare when you're shooting outside in sunlight. One of the other features that you are going to notice immediately is this rear grip right here. It's one thing I like about this is this rear grip right here. It grabs like when you're racking the slide. It does grab very well. It's not like some other serrated slides where you're gripping and you tear your skin off when you're doing fast manipulation. So this has a really decent grip here. The front right here, this is now there's no front serrations on here, and I know a lot of people like to press check, but Larry Vickers wanted this to be more traditional to his time when he was in special forces, so he wanted more of a traditional look, and he wanted this to just be a really decent look, more of a cleaner look. What he has done is he has a bigger slide release, or what if you prefer, slide lock. It's a little bigger because one of the things I do is when I shoot a 1911, I do what pretty much Larry Vickers does. I was trained that way anyway. Instead of, but as you see, my thumb is not going to reach the slide lock or slide release properly, even with an extended. So I tend to use my support hand and just hit the slide release right here and let it pop forward. One of the other things is that one of the other things that you should notice right away is this is not a skeletonized hammer. This is going back again to a commander style hammer that, uh, uh, like I said, he wanted to have something a little more traditional. So this is what he came up with. Some of the earlier versions of this firearm, they have like more of a stainless look. I kind of like the dark look. At first, I thought it wouldn't match up that well because the other ones were stainless and it matched the barrel and the trigger. But this is a pretty good look right here. The safety is only on one side. It's not ambidextrous. They're just trying to keep it in a clean look. One of the other things is the trigger, one of the things that I noticed with the trigger, it's more of a traditional style trigger. And if you notice, even though it's serrated here, most 1911s, they have like a little hole here for, so you can put a little Allen wrench in there for adjustments for the trigger itself. And if this doesn't have that. So just to give you an idea, there's your take up here, pull the trigger, and it's right there. Now let me show you right here for the reset. It's right there, and you're right at the wall. Pull the trigger. Let me do that again. Here's the reset right there. It is perfect. One of the other major things, like I said, it's weight and everything. I predict that this is going to be a very good shooter. Of course, with the weight and with the working with accuracy, I will let you know how that works out. One of I'm thinking, I'm trying to see what I missed here on this. I'm really liking this firearm. I like what Larry Vickers' thought process was for this firearm. And I just can't wait to shoot this and let you know my impressions. So, with that said, happy shooting, stay safe, hashtag 2A.